Welcome YouTube, it is your boy Dave coming back here with another video, and for today we're just going to be playing a little bit of GameCube stuff. Now, it's been a while, certainly, and this is probably going to be a much shorter video. If you don't know, I'm probably just using Nintendo for convenience sake. We're just probably going to play, fuck it, some Simpsons Road Rage, because it's a simple game, you know. It's already about 1:30, so I gotta get ready to go to work in a little bit. So I figured we'll do a shorter, simple Let's Play just to try this shit out, because I haven't really tried anything with this camera yet, so I figured why not. Yeah, it certainly has been a while since I've done one of these potato grade Let's Plays, especially due to a number of reasons, a lot of them just being, you know, not really wanting to do anything, not really wanting to try, I suppose. I mean, that's kind of a shitty way of putting it, but just a lot of life shit happening, I guess is a good way of putting it. So yeah, I mean, we got some time, and I'd say a game like Road Rage is perfect for doing a shorter Let's Play on, because I mean the whole game is about time, so you're always on the clock, I suppose. Now, I forget whether I put this game on the harder setting, so it's going to be a lot less time. Oh no, okay, so it's on the easy setting, so we'll fuck with it for right now. I know usually I actually play this on the harder setting, which seems weird, but it's just because you get more, I think, more money in the hard mode as opposed to the easy mode. Also, I forgot to change the controller settings, which, if you don't know, it has two basic controller settings. I think R is going to be like looking back, while as the other mode, the other control setting is going to be using R as like drift, which to me personally I think is way better, because the game lets you use the C stick as accelerate and brake, or I should say accelerate and reverse, which means that you'll be able to use the, you know, the one trigger, or the L trigger I should say, by God, as like a drift, which is way more convenient in my opinion, rather than just hitting B. Anyway, that was, like, recently I've just been on a kick for downloading a lot of, you know, trying out a whole bunch of, you know, GameCube games and all that. Some of systems I already own, you know, like I'll have, let's say, Thug 1, you know, Tony Hawk Underground 1 on the PS2. I have a lot of issues with that game. I love that game to death, but every time I try to load it, it always has some sort of issue. Maybe it's the disc. Maybe the disc is scratched or something. I'll have to look into that at some point. But for the most part, I would say, generally speaking, in terms of like doing Let's Play stuff, you'll probably see a lot more of it, especially now. Granted, I mean, potato grade Let's Plays, I mean, I haven't done any of these types of things in God knows how long, so we'll see what we do. I know I'm probably going to be doing a lot more Phantasy Star pretty soon, because I've just been in an absolute mood for it. So that'll probably be something that'll be done a little bit longer, a little bit more. So that ought to be fun. I know there's a lot of stuff related to the Wii U as of recent. That Pretendo thing just came out recently. I know it was out for at least a year or so. Just people prepping for when Nintendo inevitably shut down the Wii U stuff, which I'm glad people figured out a way to actually bring that stuff back, thank God. But as of right now, I might try doing it, because I know there's a simpler method, and like, oh my God, my Wii U I think is still on only Tiramisu, and it's like I had to hack. It's not the hardest thing, but I'm just like, man, they update how to, you know, hack your Wii U, and it was first it was the, what the hell is that game? It was the Brain Age method. Oh my God, what the hell? It was the Brain Age method first, and then Tiramisu, and then I think the new one is, I forget what the new one is even called at this point, but I know that's the new one you have to have in order to run Pretendo, which I know there's a simpler method, which I'll probably just do for that. Because I know right now I'm focusing. I'm gonna be very interested to see stuff like Mario Maker stuff, which I might make a video on. I might be curious enough to do that, or Splatoon 1. But I know there's still a little bit of setup involved with that, so we'll see. A lot of these homebrew projects that are coming out in the woodworks, I'm curious about. I'm very much fascinated by. but I'm just like, I'm just genuinely hoping, some of them get a little simpler. Like, I seen one for, and this is completely unrelated to anything Nintendo related, but, the mod project I heard about, fucking Little Big Planet, right? There's a few out there as of right now, but the one I was looking at first was Little Big Planet Infinite, I believe. It just seems weird. Like, anytime I hear anything regarding, like, networking and having to connect, your computer and, like, 2 other things to the same network and do all this other stuff, it just, to me, I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, how the hell does this have anything to do with, like, I'm just, call me old school, but I'm so used to, like, especially with stuff like, let's say, like the Wii, right, where with, like, the homebrew, all you'd really have to do is just connect a USB or, like, an SD card and do something like Letter Bomb or something. Like, granted, there has been harder homebrew stuff I've done as of recent, like, you know, like the Vita and all that, or whatever, stuff like that. I mean, really, the Vita wasn't really that hard, but regardless, it's just been a lot of homebrew shit I've been getting my hands into recently, and it's been fun. It's been fun just trying to figure out how shit works. Although one thing that really I was thinking about, also, fuck you, Mo Man. I swear to God, every time with the goddamn Mo Man is fucking cursed. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, back to what I was saying. Fuck. In terms of one thing that I seriously do not understand, at least in terms of what the fuck is it? The 3DS, there we go, is you can get like a fucking 2DS for like $80 or even cheaper dependent, but then trying to get like a 3DS XL or a 2DS XL is like I got, let's say, I got the Vita I paid for currently. I got it for, I believe it was $80. $80, which is a fucking highway robbery. Sure, there was a bit of a ding on the screen and all that by the screen protector, and well, fuck it, and a ding on the screen and all that, but it worked perfectly fine. It still does. But for even like a slightly damaged fucking 3DS, that shit is still $300 or more, which to me is absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to look into that, because I would not mind having a 3DS that I can really do all the stuff like CIA and all that fun stuff. Probably go with screw a new vehicle. Let's go. But generally speaking, I think, you know, in terms of homebrew stuff, because this is basically what this is about. That and just maybe doing more videos. Honestly, I'd probably go with Mo. I think he's one of my favorite vehicles in the game. I'll play as fucking Mo, and then we'll go to the entertainment district. Fuck it. I think we got enough time for one more run before I gotta get going. Which isn't bad. Generally speaking, though, yeah, there's probably going to be more Let's Plays. Probably shorter ones. Probably ones of just random games I'm trying out. GameCube, most specifically, because, like, I could try doing something like, you know, Fortnite or something like that, but, I mean, it's probably something that a lot more people that have a lot more skill in are doing. And to me, you know, sometimes I just want to, you know, turn a game on, do a simple Let's Play, nothing that really involves a lot of effort, because, like, look, I'll be frank, I appreciate editing, and I appreciate doing that kind of stuff. I'm not really that kind of guy. I kind of prefer doing the less impressive, kind of basic meat and potatoes kind of thing, you know? The old school method of just here's the video, here it is directly through the camera. It's like, yeah, you know, it works. It's not the best, but at the same time, it's kind of not the point, you know. So I kind of like doing it this way. It's just because the idea is that it's not that good, and that's fine, and that's fine. I feel like a lot of channels kind of forget the crustiness, and I appreciate when you go on YouTube outwardly, and you look for videos that are, you know, kind of lower quality in nature. You know, I see on places like TikTok, even now, you'll see, you know, content creators will do the old potato grade method. They'll do the old pointing the camera at the TV type of thing, and they'll be playing like real modern games. Like I think I've seen fairly recently, I saw someone streaming, I think Returnal or something like that PS5 game, via this fucking method. And I don't know, something about that just puts a smile on my face to think that, like, we could have such modern technology and yet people are still doing it like it's 2008, like it's fucking the early 2000s. I mean, granted, shit, they were probably doing that way before, you know, doing all sorts of shit like that. I mean, I know people were doing stuff like recording gameplay footage via like VCRs if we really want to go old school on it, but even then I know that, like, doing this sort of thing, there's not a lot of things I could say that are like, you know, there's a lot better method to do it, you know, if I'm being frank. But I think I've always enjoyed doing it this way because, one, it's very convenient. I can basically just set it up. Granted, now I'm using an actual video camera, so we have at least upgraded somewhat, with a significantly larger amount of space. I think I'm using a 16 gig SD card. Not sure why I said gig, or whatever the fuck I just said. But 16 gig SD card, and just a basic, I think I got this camera at like a local garage sale. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, because I was just doing some spring cleaning and I was just throwing some stuff out. And I totally forgot I even owned this. So I figured, you know what, I'll take a look, see if it still works, and believe it or not, it still does. It just needs like 4 AAAs, which, you know, I got plenty of those. I just have to recharge them. And yeah, that's basically going to be the methodology. I'll probably adjust the camera so it looks a lot better, because right now I can tell through the viewing screen that it looks a little shit, if I'm being frank. I mean, it's gonna look bad either way, because that's kind of the intention, you know. I can see scan line, I can see, like, the video screen and all that, just kind of warbling, but, you know, it's fine, it's whatever. It's still readable, and I think that's what matters. I mean, granted, this camera, I think, is built for, like, 720p, so not the best. We're not going 1080p or anything of that nature, but I would say it's fine. Honest to God, I swear to God, I wonder if any of my videos can be watched in 4K. I don't think so, because I think in order for a video to be uploaded in 4K, I think the video first needs to be uploaded in 4K, and then you're gonna be able to do it. But yeah, no, I'm probably still, like, at max it'll probably be like just 720 or something. I'm fulfilling a very particular niche on YouTube, which is crusty Let's Play. Fuck, I don't even think there's very many Let's Play channels out there anymore, or at least as there was, I guess. You know, like, a lot of them, like Markiplier's doing his own thing, Jacksepticeye's doing his own thing. A lot of the bigger, like, Let's Players are either retired, in prison, which is kind of fucked up, or just not really doing anything anymore, at least as far as I'm concerned. There might be some still out there really doing, like Let's Plays like that, but as far as I'm concerned, there's very, very few. I know that there's still, like, people doing Let's Plays, but, like, not as many as there was before, I guess is a good way of saying it. But then again, the kind of videos that are being made now are way different than what it was back then. I'll say that. But yeah, in terms of video stuff on the channel, you can expect to see maybe a few new videos every couple of weeks. Every couple of weeks, Jesus. But I'll at least try to make some videos somewhat frequently, somewhat recently, I suppose. You know, shit happens, so there might not be a video, but I'm gonna at least try. I'm gonna at least try to be somewhat consistent, even with, you know, work and doing other stuff, because, you know, I enjoy making videos. It's just at points it can be very difficult to try to make anything when you're very stressed and busy and doing other things. But I wouldn't mind it. I would not mind it. So we'll try this. We'll try this once again. Oh my god, I am stuck. There we go. There we go. I'll probably try out going through like random GameCube games, honestly, because there's a lot of GameCube games I've been curious about, and some that I've just never heard of, like fucking Red Card and all that. Which I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, it's a Midway soccer game apparently, so it's very wacky and all that. Seems interesting, so I might take a look at that at some point. But I think my main concerns in terms of like games I really want to do Let's Plays on, probably going to be Phantasy Star, although I'm not 100% sure if I really want to do it like as a series and more just sort of like the more fun bits, because I know that at points Phantasy Star can be kind of a slower paced game, even if it is action oriented, if that makes any sense, just because of how it works and all that. But we'll see our rating, we'll see if we put a high score in, and then I think we'll end it here. Yeah, nice, nice. Let's just go, let's go with the classic. There we go. Alrighty, so now that we've gone and done all of that, alright, I'll be seeing you on the next video, probably.